Us? Okay.
Okay, we're all set.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to reconvene the Judiciary Committee meeting for February 16th, 2022. This is our first meeting of the year, so I would like to welcome everyone. Obviously, we have a lot of returning faces from last year, but I know we have at least one new member, Representative Delaney, who is the newest member of the House of Representatives, is also a member of the Judiciary Committee. So welcome, Representative, to the Judiciary Committee.
Senator Ciccarella.
I was going to say I was going to let everybody introduce. I know we've got a couple changes, so that's on the House Dem side.
Oh.
Certainly want to welcome back our staff and thank them, Zoe and Deb in particular, and all of our sessional staff, our LCO folks. We're all back with us for another year on the Judiciary Committee. Senator Winfield.
Yes, thank you, Representative Stafford. I'll just be brief. I just want to welcome everybody back as well. Welcome to the General Assembly and the Judiciary Committee, Representative Delaney. Welcome to the committee, Senator Ciccarella. Welcome, new Vice Chair Flexer. Welcome, everybody. We're gonna have a fast and furious year. As you know, it's a short session, as short as it possibly can be, and it's probably shorter than you think. So let's spend this time together well. All right, thank you.
Yeah, and obviously we're going to raise some concepts later today, but Senator Winfield is correct. We have the shortest session we can think of. We know that there are inevitably Monday, Wednesday, Fridays where we're forced to cancel because the House or the Senate is in session. We know there'll be snow days. We are expecting not just another day of reconfirmation of judges, but we are expecting a new class of judges from the governor at some point, which will have to be heard. So we anticipate likely only having 6 or 7 public hearings of substantive bills this year, which makes it very tough to screen and get everything fit in. And those 6 or 7 days are going to be filled. Representative Fishbein, Senator Kissel.
No, again, I welcome Senator Ciccarella. He's got a lot of experience with criminal justice matters and law enforcement issues, being a former corrections officer. I commend him and I look forward to his insights, and he's just a great guy. So welcome aboard.
I concur, and welcome all, welcome back, and here we go. Thank you.
All right, let's jump into it. Number 3 on our agenda, to be a judge of the Superior Court, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Carl J. Schuman of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Senator Kissel, a second from Representative Fishbein. Any discussion on this nominee? Any discussion on this nominee? If not, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
All right, Senator Winfield,
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Representative Staffstrom,
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator, congratulations. Representative Blumenthal,
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Kissel,
Senator Kissel votes yes.
can you please repeat? I'm not seeing your face.
Oh, how sad. Senator Kissel votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Kissel. Representative Fishbein,
Representative Fishbein in the affirmative.
Senator Anwar,
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Representative Callahan,
Representative Callahan votes yes.
Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes yes.
Could you please repeat? We just got the tail end of it.
Senator Champagne votes yes.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Ciccarella. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Curry.
Representative Curry votes yes.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Delaney, welcome to the committee.
Honored to be here. Representative Delaney votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Doucette. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes yes.
Representative Fiorello. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Gilchrist.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Godfrey. Representative Harding. Senator Haskell. Representative Howard.
Senator Haskell from a stopped car votes yes.
Could you please repeat with your video on?
Sorry, Madam Administrator. Senator Haskell votes yes.
Thank you, Senator. Representative Howard. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes yes.
Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg.
Luxembourg votes yes.
All right. Thank you, Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Havelock, yes.
Representative Porter.
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Could you please repeat? We just saw the tail end of your face. Thank you.
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Urbimbis. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Thank you, Representative. Senator Sampson. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Veach.
Rep Veach votes yes.
Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
And Representative Young.
All right, thank you, Madam Administrator. Next, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Maureen M. Keagan of Cheshire to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Senator Kissel, a second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nominee? Is there discussion on this nominee? If not, I will ask if there is any change in vote from the last roll call. Is there any change in vote from the last roll call? All right, I will move on and entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable John D. Moore of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? Is there discussion on this nomination? If not, I will ask if there's any change in vote from the previous nominee. Is there any change in vote? Seeing none, I will move on and ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Kevin A. Randolph of Stamford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Discussion on this nomination. If not, any change in vote? Any change in vote? Seeing none, I'll move on and ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Kevin S. Rousseau of Shelton to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? Is there discussion on this nomination? If not, any change in vote? Is there any change in vote from the prior nominee? All right, seeing none, we will move on to section 4 of our agenda. And I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Anthony V. Avalone of New Haven to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Is there discussion on this nomination? If not, is there any change in vote? Any change in vote from our first roll call? Seeing none, I will move on and I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Patrick J. Clifford of Clinton to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Discussion on this nomination. Hearing none, I'll ask if there's any change in vote. Any change in vote? Seeing none, we will move on to, and I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Juliette L. Crawford of New Haven to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there any discussion on this nomination? Is there any discussion on this nomination? Seeing none, I'll ask if there's any change in vote. Any change in vote? Hearing none, we'll move on and I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Julia DeCoco Dewey of Wallingford to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Discussion on this nomination. Hearing none, I'll ask if there's any change in vote. Is there any change in vote? If not, we'll move on and I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Edward R. Carzan Jr. of Westport to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? Is there discussion on this nomination? Hearing none, I'll ask if there's any change in vote. Any change in vote? If not, we'll move on to, and I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable William J. Lavery of Newtown to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Discussion on the nomination. If not, any change in vote? Any change in vote? If not, we'll move on to our final nomination. And I'll ask for a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Douglas S. Levine of West Hartford to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Levine.
Levine. I apologize, Judge Levine, earlier as well. So sort of like Stafford, it's one of those tough ones, you know.
Pushover.
Any further discussion on this nominee other than correcting the pronunciation of names? Further discussion? If not, I will ask if there's any change in vote. Any change in vote? Hearing none. I think that concludes our roll call on the nominations before us. All right, I will move on to section 5 of our agenda. This is the first meeting in which we are to raise concepts. It is our intention to have at least one more meeting to raise concepts. This is probably not the totality of what we will raise this year, but it is kind of the first cut after screening. And again, recognizing that there are certain themes which this committee will take up this year for our limited number of public hearings. Like I said, likely only to be around 7 or so public hearings this year on bills. I will also say, yep, just a second, just a second.
Oh, sure.
Just a second. Before we entertain discussion on this, I do need a motion. So I would like a motion to raise concepts 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47.
So
again,
moved.
all right, hold on. I've got a motion, but let me make sure this is clear. So the motion is to raise concepts 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47. I have a motion from Senator Kissel. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. I had Representative Fishbein first and then Senator Kissel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think it should be pointed out that this committee deals with a lot of meaty, weighty topics. And also this committee tends to be open to discussing very meaty, weighty topics. That a vote today in favor of raising these topics is not a vote in favor of these topics, because I know there's stuff on here that some people don't like, and there's some stuff that those same people like, and all that stuff. So I think it should be clearly set out that I do intend to vote in favor, and I just wanted to be known that I don't support the items in their totality, but I think that's important. Also, Mr. Chairman, am I to understand that the roll call votes that we take and that votes are going to be held open for a certain period?
Yes, thank you. Let me address both of those. First of all, for the record, roll call votes and attendance will be held open until 4:30 today. So when we finish up, we will not conclude the meeting. We'll recess until 4:30 for folks to be able to vote. On your point about the concepts, it is a long-standing tradition of leadership of this committee to screen bills in a bipartisan fashion, to try to raise concepts and topics that have interest and even if the particulars are not agreed to, but at least there's joint interest in talking about those topics and trying to lump bills together. And so we screen bills collaboratively in a bipartisan manner, and we raise bills collaboratively in a bipartisan manner. There are certainly bills on this or concepts on this agenda that I would likely not vote for at the end of the day with some of the language going into them. But we hold public hearings on drafted bills and drafted language, not on sort of amorphous ideas. So the vote here today is to draft that language for a public hearing. It is not an endorsement of any particular concept or idea. But what we have tried to do is look at key themes that this committee will take up this year and to present vehicles that will allow us to have public hearings on those. And I want to certainly thank my co-chair, Senator Winfield, and the ranking members for their collaborative work to date on putting together this agenda. Senator Kissel?
Actually, those questions and the colloquy articulated the points that I wanted to make. Very honored to be able to serve on this committee. I think it's a great policy that we have drafted bills that we have hearings on so that the public can weigh in on concrete matters as opposed to sort of amorphous ideas, not knowing what the end product's going to turn out to be. And I would also underline what you stated, Mr. Chair, that this committee over the 28 years now that I've served on it is very bipartisan and a very free flow of ideas. We may not always agree on the bills that we're voting on, but certainly we try not to be disagreeable, and it's a great committee to serve on. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator. Further discussion on this motion? Further discussion on this motion? If not, I will try your minds and entertain a voice vote to raise concepts numbers 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any,
Aye.
any opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. The concepts are raised. We will move on to section 6 of our agenda. This section 6 is a list of claims. As folks who've been on this committee know, one of our jobs on this committee is to review the claims from the claims commissioner. The items on number 6 are items where there is request for an extension of time for the claims commissioner to adjudicate those claims. I'll entertain a motion to again raise those topics for consideration by this committee and those requests for extension by this committee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Senator Kissel, second by Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm disappointed that we have these extensions, these requests for extensions before us. We passed a bill last year, which it was my understanding was going to clean up this office of the claims commissioner. The office is not cleaned up, and I'm very disappointed. You know, some people in the building have faith in the individual and the office of the claims commissioner. I've lost a lot of faith. The problem, though, is I think procedurally, if we deny these requests for extension, that there's adverse action taken against the claimants. And that is not just and proper. I hope that in the next year or so, we got a report, for instance, a couple of days ago. By statute, we're supposed to get a report as to the claims the claims commissioner has, and that report is incomplete. It doesn't address at all any of the claims that are supposed to be transferred to these deputies, these new positions that we created by action of the legislature to pacify the office. None of those claims are addressed in that report. I think that report is insufficient and does not properly inform the legislature, and most importantly, this committee, as to what's actually going on there. So once again, I'm disappointed. I will vote in favor. I know we'll have an opportunity to address these issues more in depth in the coming months, but I'm very disappointed in where we are. And on the behalf of our claimants, you know, some of whom are prisoners in our correctional facilities, they are not being justly served, in my opinion. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative, I understand your concern. I believe I will admit that this is actually a far shorter list of extension requests than we received last year. I think the statute basically provides that if the committee does not want to give an extension to the claims commissioner, who really serves a quasi-legislative function, that it would be our prerogative to decide these claims ourselves. The committee has not typically done that. I think with a part-time legislature and with an already overworked staff, that's probably impractical for us to do. But I think by raising these claims, these extension requests today, what we're doing is we're allowing those individuals to come in and to testify before us if they choose to tell us why, you know, the extension request should be granted or something else should happen with the claim. So.
I would ask that the claims commissioner come before us and explain why with each particular claim the extension is necessary. I think some of these people are pro se. They have no idea about this process. And it is the claims commissioner who in effect is asking for these extensions. So with that, I'll get off my soapbox. So thank you.
Representative O'Day.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, we all, those of us who've been here for 10 years, 8 to 10 years, you know, this legislation that we passed to help the claims commissioner last was supposed to eliminate these issues. So I would join my colleague in asking that we hear from the claims commissioner as to why, if there was a judge before us with this type of an issue, constantly going past for what we have with judges, 120 days, a requirement on decisions, I'm not sure I would vote for reappointment of that judge. So at the very least, I would like to have the claims commissioner here to explain what's going on and why she needs these extensions. So with that, I will stop and I will vote to extend the time because I believe we don't want to penalize the claimants, but people need to have their day in court. And this is just, it's disappointing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Further question or comment on this motion with respect to the extension? Representative Fishbein?
Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to be clear procedurally, today's vote is merely to raise the prospect of granting an extension. You know, please correct me if I'm wrong. We can't deal with something that we haven't raised. So we're merely raising the prospect. Today's vote is not a determination on whether or not those extensions are going to be granted.
That's correct. That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
Further comment? Further comment? If not, I believe we could do a voice vote on this as well. So all in favor of raising items 1 through 55 on section 6 of our agenda with respect to the request for extension of time pursuant to 4-159A. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
You get to subsection D.
We will move on to folks. We just remember to mute ourselves again after we vote. Moving on to section 7 of our agenda. These are claims for which review has been requested. So these are the claims in which we, the Judiciary Committee, essentially serve as the appellate court for the decision of the Claims Commissioner. So these are predominantly claims that have been dismissed or have been denied. These have been adjudicated by the Claims Commissioner, and folks are coming to us to review essentially the decision the Claims Commissioner has made. There are 29 of them on section 7 of our agenda. I'll entertain again a motion just to raise those so that we can hear them at the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Senator Kissel, second by Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on these? Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of raising these items signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Okay. With that, I believe our next meeting, I believe, is going to be a week from Friday. It is February 25th. We will have another round of judicial nominees before us. So the intent for that meeting would be to hear from the judicial nominees, to vote on them, and also to raise additional concepts at that time.
Mr. Chair?
Yep, Senator.
Yeah, I just wanted to put on the record today, as I indicated, I have served on this committee for quite a while, and I think that this year, if my recollection is correct, in our screening, the leadership decided, and I'm in agreement as the ranking senator, that we're not going to have, for not the judicial hearings, but on the bills, the normal procedure or the historical procedure of the first hour being dedicated to elected officials and department heads, but that we're going to treat everybody equally and have it by a lottery system. Is that correct? And if it is correct, that's sort of a switch. I think it's a healthy switch, but I wanted my colleagues on the committee to know at this time what to expect going forward.
Yeah, that is the intent, certainly of the chairs, as we move forward, that there is no provision in the rules for a first hour. Some committees have traditionally done that. It seems more and more are moving away from that and allowing a straight lottery system for folks to testify before this committee, particularly as we're remote, and even state agency heads and the like have the opportunity to log in. I think it is a more democratic way to do things, quite frankly, provides greater access to members of the public to be able to testify hopefully sooner in a public hearing, and some of the state agency heads that may have better access to us anyways don't necessarily have that first hour reserved to them. The one exception, the chairs do retain some discretion to, if there is a state agency head testifying on their own bill, a proposal that they have put in, there may be instances where it's appropriate to put that person towards the front of the agenda to explain their own bill. But that would be the only potential caveat to doing away with first hour.
And I have just a question for clarification, not lobbying one way or another as to how to resolve it. But if a legislator wanted to come up with a constituent and speak either on that constituent's requested bill or an issue of importance to that constituent, would the chairs have any discretion regarding that, or they are just part of the lottery system and catch as catch can?
They are part of the lottery system.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Representative Fishman?
Yes, sir. Along those same lines, I would expect that if the governor himself had the wherewithal to testify before our committee, that he would be given the same deference that the department heads would. I know that he has at least one bill before this committee. I think it would be healthy if the governor came and testified on his bill so that we can ask him questions. So I would ask, with the chair's indulgence, that would be extended to the governor as well.
Yes, like I said, certainly we will, as we always have, had a bipartisan discussion of the leadership with respect to particular bills and particular requests, but as a general rule, there will not be the first hour is the overarching point.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I want to see that if the governor comes. Nothing against the governor.
Well, healthy conversations are always healthy.
Okay, battery died on my laptop. So is there any further discussion?
Hey, Zoe.
If not, we stand in recess until 3:30.
I thought you said 4:30. I thought you said 4:30.
4:30 or 3:30?
You told me 3:30, but then when you made the announcement, you said 4:30. So
Yeah, so you should
whatever.
just clarify because you did say both things.
Does anybody have a preference? Let's split the baby. We'll do 4 o'clock. We stand in recess until 4 o'clock.
Sure. Thank you.
Hey, Deb.
Representative Howard, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm just busy day. I'm sorry. I think I just missed the roll call vote on judges. Can I cast a yes vote, please?
Absolutely. And what we did is I called the roll on the first judge that was on the agenda, and then we just, if there was no change, people spoke up if there was a change. So doing one vote today will give you a vote on all of the judges unless you decide you wanted to vote differently.
No, I would like to vote yes on all of them, or the one, or however you lined it up.
Okay,
And I think I caught all the voice votes.
And could you please just announce your name and?
Yes, ma'am. Representative Howard votes yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Representative Howard. All set.
Thank you. Have a
Deb, it's Bob Godfrey.
Representative Godfrey, I thought
How are
you
you? I'm in the middle of a meeting here in my office in the legislative office. I may stop by just to say hello later.
said, okay,
Just
that sounds
because I
good.
like saying hello to live people. I'll vote yes on all of the judges.
Okay, can you say
Anything else I
Representative
need to vote
Godfrey?
on, or is that it?
Yes, and just say Representative Godfrey votes yes on all of the judges.
Representative Godfrey votes yes on all of the judges.
Okay, and could you put your camera over just a little bit because I'm seeing your
yeah.
profile, but I know it's like one camera's on the laptop and the other one's on the, yes, okay.
Exactly it. Can you see me now? So Representative Godfrey votes yes on all the judges.
And the others were voice votes.
And I voted yes on all of those too.
Okay.
Present.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much, Representative.
I can't wait for the day when everything's back live. I really can't, for both the obvious reasons, and because I hope it means that the virus will have been mostly gone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye now.
How you doing? Yeah, this is Senator Chickarella. I believe I missed the
Rilla.
vote on the judges. I couldn't get my camera and mic on fast enough. You think I'd be efficient in Zoom by now, but unfortunately, not yet.
No, that's quite all right. Welcome to the committee, Senator. And
Thank
so
you.
I don't know if you heard, but I will go over it again. We voted on the first judge. We voted on Judge Schumann of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court. And then if there was no change in your vote, if there was a change in your vote, that was an opportunity to say that yes, I need to change my vote. If not, then you can remain silent. We do that for efficiency reasons. We sometimes have a lot of nominations and a lot of repetitive votes when most of the votes are normally unanimous, especially for the nominations. So we vote on the first one. We actually give I do a roll call on the judge. And then for any subsequent nominations, if there's no change, then we just, the chairperson will say, is there a change on any of the judges? We say, no, nobody speaks up. Okay, fine, we move on. So I register your same vote as a yes for subsequent judges. So all you need to say right now is Senator Chickarella votes yes on all the judges.
Yep, Senator Chickarella votes yes on all the judges.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And welcome to the committee.
Thank you. Look forward to working with you.
Take care.
Hi, Deb. This is Representative Fiorello. Can I go next?
Absolutely. And Senator Sampson.
How are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
Very good. Very good. Representative Fiorello votes yes on all the judges.
Perfect. You're all set.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, Deb.
You as well. We'll see you on a week from Friday. Okay, Senator Sampson, are you still there?
I have just arrived. I don't want to jump ahead of anybody. I see Senator Chickarello and Representative Pavlak D'Amato waiting.
Oh, Representative Pavlak D'Amato, I apologize. Ladies before gentlemen. And Senator Sampson is a true gentleman, so he will wait until Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
second time somebody said something funny about Senator Sampson. I love it.
It wasn't like, trying to be funny. It was just, stating a fact.
Funny but true, yes. Very endearing. I would like to vote yes on all judges and all voice votes.
Okay, and could you please just announce your name?
Kara Pavlak D'Amato votes yes on everything.
Thank you so much, Representative. We'll get this together. We'll pull it together.
That's okay, Kara. Yesterday, somebody called me an anomaly. So
Absolutely.
I've been called worse than that, though.
Again, funny but true.
Hi, Deb.
Hello. Did anyone else waiting in the wings? No, I think you're all set. Okay. So Senator Sampson, I don't know if you since you just came in, do you want me to go? Were you listening somewhere else?
I am aware that we voted on the judges. I am an affirmative on each of those judges. Senator Sampson votes yes. And as far as I know, there was just voice votes on the other items.
There was. And I just want to point out, though, that on the concepts, there are some concepts that we did not vote on. I will
The GJPOC one, I believe.
Right. So let me see. So I will tell you the ones we did vote on. We voted on 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47. So to let you know exactly, we did not vote on 33, 34, 35, 43, 48, 49.
Got it. Okay, so those were the
Yeah, we'll be voting on those potentially at a later date.
I'm just looking at them on my giant agenda.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Okay, wonderful. And then, of course, we voted to raise the claim.
The claims. Yep. Okay.
So we will see you on the 25th. That's our next.
Always my pleasure. And I'm sorry I missed the lion's share of the meeting. I was there for the beginning, but I had a lot of other conflicting things going on.
As you always do.
Very good. See you, Deb.
Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you. Representative Harding? Connecting.
Hi, Deb.
Hello, thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you for keeping it open.
Okay, so I don't know how much you heard or through the scuttlebutt or whatever. Do you want me to just go from the top and tell you what the meeting kind of was like in a nutshell?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, we voted on the first judge on the agenda, and then we just did the, if there wasn't any change, your vote was the same. So we did that. So, so first of all, let me get you, if you would just announce your name and how do you care to vote on the body of judges or individual judges?
Gotcha. Okay.
So
yeah, I could just say yes to the body of judges. That's fine.
Just say Representative Harding.
Representative Harding, yes to the body of judges.
Okay, all righty. So we would do, and I'm not trying to influence your vote. It just
No, I just understood. Yeah.
no. Okay, so then we move down to concepts. Now concepts, we did not vote on all of the concepts. If you'd like, I can tell you, just quickly, we voted on concept 1 through 32, 36 through 42, 44 through 47.
Okay.
And if you'd like me to send you that list, or I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Any opposition to vote or?
No, it was a vote, and everyone, of course, presented the disclaimer that they're not. It's just a title.
Understood. Yep. So I that's fine. I'm yes to all the concepts.
Okay. And
Representative Harding, yes to the concepts. Sorry.
and that was, like I said, just a voice vote. So, but for attendance purposes, you will be included in that voice vote.
Great.
And same thing for the section number 6, claim request for extension of period of time for the adjudication of the claims. The extensions, that was also a voice vote, and there was a little bit discussion on the extensions, and then that was a voice vote that everyone had voted yes.
Yep. So Representative Harding, yes, sir.
Okay, and then the last was the claims for which review has been requested, and that's just the group of claims that we will be looking into a little bit more because they have stipulated to an extension and it hasn't been over 2 years.
Great.
That was
So
again.
Representative Harding, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, that's it. That has concluded our business with you today.
Thank you, Deb. Have a great day.
And we will see you next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll have the rest of the reappointed judges and more concepts, and that'll be it and then that's also our last day that we can raise bills. So.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Thanks, Deb.
Okay, sounds good. Thank
Bye.
you. Here now. Representative Rubin, you joining?
Yes. Hi, how are you, Deb? Good to see you.
It's wonderful to see you, Representative. I wish we could see you in the flesh, but that's right. So soon enough.
Look forward to it.
All righty. So I don't know if you heard what I will go through the top.
But I also just forgot to
We voted on all the judges, but we voted just roll call vote on the first one, which was Judge Schumann.
The Chinese.
I just want to say hi, Rosa.
Oh.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you, my friend, or not
Same
see
here.
you on the screen, but at least hear your voice.
I'll put on the
Excellent. Good to see you as always.
same here.
Okay. So we voted on Judge Schumann, and then if there wasn't any change in vote, we just went on to the next one. So how would you care to vote for starters on Judge Schumann, the Honorable Judge Carl J. Schumann of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court?
In the affirmative.
Okay, could you say Representative Rubimbis votes in the affirmative?
Certainly. Representative Rubimbis in the affirmative.
Thank you, Representative. And did you have any change on any of the subsequent votes, subsequent judges?
No change.
Okay. And then we went down to the concepts. The concepts, we had 49 concepts. What we did, was it 49 concepts? Yes. What we only voted on concepts 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47. So I can tell you which ones we omitted, but it's basically I can send that to you unless you want me to call it off to you now.
No, I actually do know. I'm well aware of the ones that were taken off the agenda. Okay. Not a problem. Thank you.
Wonderful. And that was a voice vote. So for attendance purposes, if you want to just, say yes, you voted voice vote, yay.
Representative Rubimbis does a voice vote for yes to the concepts.
All righty. And then the same thing for the two claim sections. One was for the extensions of time, and there was some discussion on that regarding the claims commissioner sending us the claims extensions again. So there was discussion regarding that, but again, it was a voice vote and it was affirmative, unanimously yes for the people in the room.
Yes, and so Representative Rubimbis will also be affirmative on those.
And then the claims to which review has been requested, there was no discussion on that. It was again a voice vote, and then it was a unanimous yes that passed.
And I will join that.
Okay, thank you. So, and that's it. And then we've got a public hearing followed by a committee meeting on our raise bill committee bill deadline next Friday. So we'll have the remainder of the appointed judges, then we'll raise the remaining of the concepts, and then after that will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday public hearings.
Excellent. Look forward to it. It's on my calendar. Deb, thank you so much, and to the whole team there. Good to see everyone.
It's same here. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, so Rubimbis, I got her. So the only ones we need is Juliette. Okay, cool.
Juliette was here too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. And I know I didn't
He
see
was here.
his face to.
Yeah, he was here, maybe he disappeared, but he was here at the beginning. I've got everybody. Rosa was
The last one, the last of the Mohegans, yeah. I mean, but I don't recall, I know Representative Juliette did not appear before us to
Yeah, he
vote.
was on the.
On the, yeah.
He was here. So I saw the name.
I'll have Zoe, when she gets out, give him a call. Because I figured let her or Laz call their
Yeah.
people.
I was gonna text Rosa.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, I mean, now we're staying till 4. Jeez and Pete's. Well, you know what? We'll get our.
That is the last one.
Yeah. Right. And that's what like I said, I'll have Laz or Representative or Zoe call and say, hey. Okay, so I think, so those are the ones that, and I apologize, I just back on what was going on in the meeting. Okay, so these are the ones for,
Hi, how are you?
Representative said, thank you so much.
No, thank you. I know it's a lot to have to wait around for us stragglers.
Well,
So
no, and I wouldn't mind you waiting. I just didn't know because Alan said that he thought that he saw you here for a bit of the committee meeting.
I was, yeah. I listened to most of it, but I had another screen going with another meeting. So it was when the voting started, I was dragged away into that. So,
That's
so what do we got?
Quite all right. Alrighty. So how we did it is what we normally do with the nominations. We voted on the first one. I called a roll call of Judge Carl Schumann to be a judge of the Superior Court. And then if there was no change for any subsequent nominations, we just passed by it. And so that's what we did. We just voted on the one, and the Representative Staffstrom asked if there was any change in any of the votes, and there was none. So we just put the same, we'll give you the same vote on all of them, if you so choose. Okay. So all I need is a Representative Doucette votes affirmatively on Judge Schumann and any subsequent judge.
Correct. I vote yes.
Can you say Representative Doucette for the viewing public who doesn't know that you're Representative Doucette?
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.
My first time in 2022, a little rusty.
No. We're all the same. We're just getting back in the swing of things here. And then we voted on concepts, and we voted on concepts we had 49 concepts, but we only voted on 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47. If you want, I can send that list to you. Or you.
Nope, I saw it. I saw it earlier. I vote Representative Doucette votes yes.
Okay, and it was the voice vote, but I do take your yes as of being a present during that voice vote, so you'll get credit for that voice vote. And then the same thing with the claims. We had 2 more sections: a claim request for extension of time, and that was also a voice vote. And then the last one was just to raise the claims, the additional claims that we were going to be reviewing this year. And so you can just do voice vote yes for both of those.
Yep, Representative Doucette votes yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, then that's it. And I'm telling everyone, just reminding people that I will be probably today. I wanted to get this first public hearing link business out of the way, but I will be sending you a link to the public hearing for next Friday. That's the 25th at 10 o'clock. It's the remainder of our reappointed judges.
Okay, great.
And then after that, we're going to have a committee meeting to vote on those judges and any concepts that we didn't raise today.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So you get a little
Thanks,
break between, at least for our committee.
Yep. Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Thank you for coming on to join us. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
I was saying hello, Representative Young, and you couldn't even hear or see me. Just unmute. Okay. I still can't hear you. Do you have your speakers turned on? Because it says you're off mute, but maybe the speakers are got an X on them. Is your aide nearby? Maybe that he or she can. If I read sign language, I'd be able to do it, but I just maybe I could read lips, but we need to hear you say Representative Young votes yes. Unless you want to come down here, I mean, we can put you on somebody's computer and. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, why don't you shut off your video? Perfect. Thank you. Does anybody else have to do one? So we've named Representative Young and Unmute. Okay.
There's always a way. Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons I actually came up here was in case there was a screw up.
Here we go. Okay, I can take off my mask. Alrighty, Representative Young, thank you for joining our meeting, our meeting. Okay, so what we did is we voted on the first judge, which was the Honorable Carl Schumann to be a judge of the Superior Court. How do you care to vote?
Representative Young votes yes.
Perfect. Okay, Representative Young has voted yes. Subsequently, Representative Staffstrom asked if there was any change in any of the votes for any of the subsequent nominees. Do you have a change in your vote?
No.
Okay, so I will mark you as affirmative for all of the additional 11 nominees. Then we voted on concepts. It was a voice vote. There were some concepts that we did not take up. I can list those off to you, 1 through 32, 36 through 42, and 44 through 47 were the only concepts that we did vote on. It was a voice vote. And so do you continue to care? Do you continue to care? Do you want to vote as a voice vote affirmatively on those concepts? Yay! Hi. We're gonna have some fun, you know. This is so nutty.
Very odd though.
Okay, and then we voted on the extensions of time for claims, and then the claims for which review has been requested, and those sections were also voice votes. And do you want to say aye? You know, the subsequent sections. That's it. The end of my speech, the end of our votes, and we will see you hopefully next Friday. That is February 25th at 10 o'clock for a public hearing, followed by a committee meeting for judges and additional concepts.
Great, thank you, Deb.
Thank you, representatives. You are dismissed. Rep. Young, is that you? Are you really getting in? Okay, we will wait and see what the plan is. Oh, there you are. Is that Dan? Hey, Dan. So yeah, so same thing, Dan. It shows on our computer, he's unmuted and got the video on, but no sound. So I don't know what the speakers are, I don't know if he's got a problem with his speakers or what. So Dan, I'm doing something else, but you guys keep doing what you need to do, okay? I'll let you know if I hear anything. So I'll keep, I've got it on here, but we're doing other things. Thank you.
Audio. Okay, there, I think we are.
Yes, I hear audio.
Okay, I think we're good then. You can hear me pretty good.
What was the issue, Dan?
I think it was set to like a headset, because I saw it like in the settings, it was set to a headset, so.
Oh. I don't think that's anything I can do on my end, because I do, when I send out links. Funny though that Representative Young said that he has no problem with other committees sometimes. Isn't that weird?
On Friday night, that really, I had to take 3 votes, I think. Yeah. She heard me each time.
Odd. Right.
It was set to a headset, I did see that.
So now, and you know what, Dan, though, I wonder, like, I could always, now, were you, Representative Young, were you in the public hearing today? And did you didn't speak probably, but
You know, and I put my picture up and then I turned on my mic and I said, Young votes yes. And you.
no, but that's the committee meeting. I'm just wondering if there was a difference between the public hearing and the committee meeting, because maybe there is something in, I don't know why that he would be the only one. I'm just wondering.
Well, I can show them real quick, just in case it happens again. Yeah.
Right. That's a good idea. Okay, thanks, Dan. I'm going back to my fun here, but feel free to do whatever you need. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you're on here, just make sure that it's set to LEN T24 or whatever that Intel display audio. What does that say? That says it says LENT. There's two of them. There's Realtek and then there's LENT. The Realtek seems to work better with headphones. Oh. And the LEN, the LEN, if you will, seems to work better with the microphone on the laptop. Well, I know I have when I've been doing committee meetings at once. I had my phone on, I had my iPad going, and that going because I'd be in 3 meetings at once. Sure. And one of them I'd have a headphone on, and it's not always with this one, but okay. Would I automatically switch it? I mean, it could have possibly. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Sometimes these devices they'll talk to each other and then they'll make their own choices. The weird thing is public health. How could they record my votes on that? I just don't understand. And it's always worked. Yeah. So. Well, that's one thing to look for in case you can't hear it. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Yeah. So I hope so too. I figured it was something stupid that I couldn't figure out, but excellent. Door open, closed? Closed, actually. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Have a great day.